Tony, 2-1 win over Luton Town in the first leg. What's your take on today's game?
As we thought, tight game. Obviously we went down to a set play really early on in the game. The first corner they had, we couldn't get rid of it. They won the first contact and then they won the second contact. We try and work really hard, and I think over the 90 odd minutes we did very, very well against them on their set plays, and strangely enough we scored from a set play very similar to their goal against us in the league out here, really. A free kick on the edge of the box that was touched inside and bent in, and Ahmed is obviously he's a magician with his left peg, and he's scored many goals like that this season, and so it's no surprise to anybody. It was a great goal, and the second one we'd been talking about keeping the ball alive and taking quick corners and playing around the edge of their box, and it was a flat cross in and a brilliant goal. So yeah, 2-1 into the next leg. Nobody's getting carried away. We know how tough it is at Luton. They flood your box. They've got lots of big players. You've got to try and deny them set plays and corners, but and they showed tonight they're a good football team. They move the ball around well. They've got some very athletic players and some talented individuals, and so we have to get ready and start feeling as if it's 0-0 and go to Luton and try and get a positive result.
Going down a goal early can always be quite flattening, but hard work's just always a prerequisite for anyone on your side, and the lads just showed that in abundance today.
I think it's important when you've got a stadium and a support base like this. You have to show the fans that we are working really, really hard, and I felt the stadium was amazing today, and listen, it's a huge boost. It's almost like a 12th man, and I'm sure that's been said many times at this football club over the years, but when they're wrapped up in their football team and enjoying even the tackles, the winning it back, the running for each other, that sort of stuff is just as important as the shots and the crosses and the flashing across the goal, and the team understand that, and they work really, really hard against a really big, strong, experienced football team tonight, and we got a decent result. Any positive result was good for us tonight. A draw would have been a good result as well, but to go with a goal advantage is really good.
As you mentioned there, collective effort from everyone to get the victory today, but singling someone out, Pierre Ekwah, felt like there wasn't a blade of grass he didn't cover today at the Stadium of Light.
He's grown into the football club. He's amazing, really. The lads all love him. He's a really, really nice human being. He's strong. He's got a wonderful left foot. We just, as I've told you many times, we just try and gee him up sometimes to actually understand people are going to kick him and push him and fight with him, and he has to stand up like a man and use that physicality, and he did that brilliantly today. And the talent is very obvious with his left foot, how clever he is with his left foot and some of the little passes he plays, and how strong he is winning it back. So delighted with Pierre's progression over a very short period of time since coming in January, and alongside Dan Neil, I thought they looked really solid in midfield today.
Just a word on Patrick Roberts as well. Had to come off in the second half. Is there anything you can tell us on that?
Listen, first and foremost, about his performance, I thought it was amazing today, as good as I've seen Patrick all year. His ability to run with the ball, slip it through people's legs, play 1-2s. He's just an amazing footballer. He's took a knock, basically. He's quite bright in the dressing room. He's not sitting there worried that he's not going to make Tuesday. I would be hopeful that he's going to make Tuesday. As with Alex Pritchard as well, I would hope he's going to make Tuesday. So we just have to... we get them all in tomorrow. We'll see how everybody's feeling, see what it's like, and try and prepare to travel on Monday and see if we can get a positive result against Luton at Kenilworth Road.
You mentioned after the Preston game there's nothing achieved yet, and that, I suppose, it still very much remains the mantra at this moment in time as we go into the second leg on Tuesday.
Yeah, I think we have to just see it as a one-off game, really, that we're going to go and try and win. We can't go with the mentality of trying to keep a hold of what we got. We haven't got the defenders to deal with their directness, to be honest. We have to keep the ball away from their goal, and we have to play with the ball, so we have to go and attack, and we have to play as much as in their half of the field as we can to keep the ball away from our goal. Because if we allow them to just pile their number 8s forward along with their big 2 strikers and their wing backs pushing on, all of a sudden they've got 6 players around the box, and it's really, really dangerous. So we'll go and play as if it's 0-0 and go and try and win the game like we always do.